Okay. All right, I believe we should be live. I'm checking the group. Yes, awesome. Okay, great. So let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm not on. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm not going to be on video today because I'm sharing my screen. Today, we're going to give you a tour of what our meeting rooms look like. So if you want to be live with me in this demonstration and actually ask questions, you can join me either at in the Zoom link, which is in your events for the daily lives, or in the webinar Blaze link that you're seeing on your screen now. That will get you into the actual meeting room where we're having our networking meetings. Right now this week, we are demonstrating the networking meetings, what they're going to look like. Today, I'm going to walk you through and show you the actual room and an agenda of what to expect inside of our meetings. And then this week, when we have our actual meetings, so we're opening this room up at 10, 2, and 6, 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern time, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week, to let you guys play with the room and share with you how you can use the features of the room and as well as the agenda of the meeting to network with other members. And there will be people that join our meeting rooms who aren't necessarily in our other community spaces. We have 3 community spaces now. So we have the Facebook group, which is where we're live streaming right now. We have the app, which we looked at last week. And then we have these networking rooms that will be set up by region. You can access coffee rooms where only your coffee sisters or other women who want to participate in the coffee rooms will be, or you can join other rooms around the world that, depending on who's hosting the room, will depend what kind of meeting you have. So some of these meetings are just straight up networking meetings. You have multiple businesses in there. It's a mix of businesses, but maybe some of them are where you only have one person per category. Some are based on topics they're discussing. So for instance, there's discussion of having a Toastmasters online group. So the topic of that room would not be an exclusive based on your company that you represent. It would be Toastmasters people all getting together, meeting virtually as you would in person. So there's many rooms, many different overarching themes. So you'll have to kind of shop around based on location of the people. So you'll have a map, which we went through. If you looked at our demo on day 15, day 16, sorry, we took a tour of the actual platform we're using and what that looks like and how to find groups. So within that map, you drill down to the location that you want to connect with people, and then what kind of meeting you're looking for, okay? So that's what this is. So today we're going to show you our coffee room. This is my personal room. Right now we're using it as a virtual coffee house, but eventually we will have a room designated for each location. So each region that has a group will use separate rooms. This is just a general room for us all to get to know each other, okay? So right now you're looking at my home screen right before we enter my room. So that because I am the host of this room, this is what I see. You will only see this if you're a host. Otherwise, you get a login screen. So we're going to go into the room and say hello if you are watching this live so I can see, and let me know if you can hear me because I have muted my phone as I'm watching this to make sure the picture's coming through, but not necessarily able to hear it. Okay, so this is the second screen that you get if you're hosting. So notice I'm the owner of the room. Here's my link, room description, which you can absolutely change these. If you are considering, I'm showing you this because we have some women who are considering hosting their own rooms. If you would like to host your own room, run your own group, these are the options you can set up. So you can change the room description. There's a feature when you are done with the meeting, it forwards the individuals in your meeting to a website, a URL of your choice. So if for this instance, since we're talking about how to get connected in our business networking groups, we're going to send you to the actual platform website so you can you can check that out, so you can shop around and start looking at groups and locations and all of that good stuff. So that's our logout URL for today. If you were hosting a room, you may want that to be your business landing page, your Facebook page, a promotion you're doing, or if you're hosting a room that has guest speakers, then maybe that exit URL will be the guest speakers landing page, right? So you can change this every single meeting. Okay, these are your options here. So we're going to join the room. And some of you may already be in here, so we'll see who's in the room when we come in here. I've never done this streaming an actual other platform before, so we'll see how well this works. We're not only streaming, but we're streaming and sharing 2 video platforms at the same time. So, okay, that's fine. Okay, and I'm going to mute myself so we don't get an echo. All right, awesome. So as you come in, you have the option of either just listening or turning on your microphone. You can turn it on later. Sorry, you cannot turn it on later. So if you do not choose the microphone when you first come in, then you'll have to go out and come back in and choose that. So I always do choose the microphone. You can mute yourself and you don't have to have video on. It's easier to deactivate and reactivate if you just activate everything when you first come in, if that makes sense. All right, awesome. Okay, I'm checking to see if awesome, live and we can hear you. Great, perfect, thank you, Deborah. Okay, so what we're looking at here, this is what you'll see when you come in. So I'm gonna point out a few things and then I'm gonna show you some really cool features. This is the platform that our business networking meetings will be run on. Okay, it runs very similar to Zoom. So if those of you who Zoom already, this will be real easy for you to pick up. So let's see. Okay, great. All right, so this will be real easy for you to pick up. I'm going to show you some features. One thing this does that I'm really excited about, hopefully I'll get to demonstrate that for you, but we'll hold off for a second. So I'm going to start all the way on the left. So you're going to see on the left, you have messages, public chat. So that's what's open here. The public chat says, welcome to 100 Coffees. Down at the bottom here, I can put a little note. I can say hello. And public chat, everyone can see public chat. Okay, so anyone who's in this room can see the public chat. Now, down the next step here is shared notes. So anytime you click these, it expands for you. Shared notes is a really cool feature I like, because if we're in a meeting, and I don't know about you, but if we're sharing things and someone's talking, but I want everyone to be able to see it, I can share in here. So what I use this for, and if you come into one of our meetings, this is what we use this for. We'll say, please add your business links here. Oops, here with a exclamation. And then underneath that, everyone can come in and type in 100 copies and our link, 100 copies, oops.org. Boom, there's my link, right? So everyone does that. When you're done with this meeting, you have the option of downloading. Do you see these arrows that go towards each other? You can export these notes. So rather than having to private chat every single person, if you have something you want everyone to see, or if we're talking about something and someone says, oh, can you drop that in the shared notes? These are things that everyone can access when you're done, and you can download it in any format you like. Okay, so they'll have the link and everything. So it's very handy, especially for people who join with their phone instead of a laptop, or if they're traveling while they're listening into their networking meeting, they don't have to necessarily take notes. They can just type it in shared notes or ask someone to drop it in shared notes, and then just click on the right there and download it before they leave the room. Okay, as long as you do it before you leave the room, you can access that. And guaranteed, whoever the host is will download it. So if you miss it, just contact the host and they will share the notes with you. All right, so that's shared notes. And then users is listed here. So that tells you who's all in the room. So right now I'm the only one in the room. And you can, so now I'm the host, so I'm going to see a little different than you. Right now I can click manage users. So if you're hosting a room, you will see clear all status icons, mute all users. So if we're going into a presentation mode, it might be helpful to mute everyone so you don't get background noise. Mute all users except presenter is very helpful. And I can hand controls over to someone when they come in. There's no one here to give controls to yet, but I could hand controls over to someone so they can present, and then I can take it back. You can save user names to know who was in the meeting, so you can contact them later. You can lock viewers. So there's options to lock viewers. I'll click that and show you. So you can turn off people's webcams. You can turn off the ability to see other people's webcams. So if you just want the speaker to be visible and not everyone else, you can absolutely do that. You can turn off microphones, public chat, private chat, and shared notes. So you have total control of this space. I like to keep things open because we like to be able to, if someone wants to be on video, that's totally fine. And we can all be on video. You don't have to be on video. And even when you present, so those of you who are nervous about video and presenting in front of a group, you don't even have to be on video to present, which is why I'm not on video right now, showing you that you don't have to be on video to present, okay? All right, so we're going to close down shared notes, and we are going to go down here to the bottom. There's a plus. Now I'm going to see this plus because I am the host. I have control of this meeting. You may not see a plus as an attendee unless I hand you controls of the meeting. So I'm going to hit plus, and it gives me options. I can start a poll, which we kind of covered that, I believe, in the tour. I'm not really sure. A poll is not necessarily, it's just kind of like have everybody raise their hands and use their icons to answer you, which is why one of the options was clear icons, because if you ask a question and people do a thumbs up, thumbs down, you might want to clear their icons so you know when someone raises their hand. Upload a presentation, which I'm going to do in a second. And then this is the fun thing that I love about this platform. You can actually watch a YouTube video together in a group. You'll obviously want to turn everyone's sound off so that you don't get flooded background noise, but you can be online all together in a group and watch a video all at the same time, which is very cool. Today, we're going to show you upload a presentation. So this is how we present. So it asked me for files. We use PDFs. So I'm going to upload a few, and you can upload multiple at once. So I have a welcome slide. I have a coffee sheet and a demo. Okay, so we're going to open all of them. And I just held down my control key and clicked them with my mouse. For those of you who are like, how did you do that? That's what I did. Okay, so on this screen, you're going to see all 3 files that I uploaded. So over here, it says to be uploaded. They're not uploaded yet. This first icon says, do I want to give viewers the ability to download this file? So if I'm presenting and I have a flyer that I'm presenting, I'm about to offer a class and I want to put up my flyer for my class during my presentation, you may want to give people the ability to download that, right? So if you want people to be able to download, you click that. So I'm going to go ahead and let this one be downloadable. Actually, we'll do both. Okay, second icon is a circle. You want a check mark in the one that you want to be visible, because you can only have one visible at a time. So I'm going to start with my welcome slide. If you decide you don't want one of these on your pending list, you just delete it right there. It's not going to delete it from your computer or your drive. This just deletes it from the list of things to be presented. Okay, so we're going to upload. Okay, so this is the slide that you would see when you come into a typical meeting. It tells you, welcome, please come in, and some things to get started. Okay, once we start having these officially, the room will be open 15 minutes prior to the start time. So if it's supposed to start at 10 a.m., it'll be open at 9:45 to allow you to network with each other. Okay, you can absolutely control, does not matter who's presenting, you can control how you view things. If you don't like your sidebar, you can click this little people icon in the upper left and close that. And it makes your screen bigger. You can open it back up again anytime you like. Okay. Anything in red over here tells you there's something there to see. So it brings your attention. If someone's public chatting, they'll be red there. If someone has private messaged you, you'll have red here by your name. Okay, but I don't want to see that right now. I want to look at the welcome. You can also go to the down here at the bottom, see, make presentation full screen. You can fit it to the width of your screen. You can zoom in on it or zoom out right there. You can control how big or small it is. Okay, you can go to the next slide even. So you control what you're viewing, which is very cool. I love this because sometimes, I don't know about you, but I get in webinar rooms and I'm like, what'd they just say? And you can rewind it here and you can go back and look. So you have control here. Okay, so I'm gonna make this bigger to show you what that looks like. Okay, so that's full screen. And if you don't like full screen, you can click make it as wide if you like that better. Makes it, and you have to then grab it with your mouse and roll it up or use your arrow keys, okay? But if you're like me and things are hard to see, or depending on how big your screen is, you may need to expand this and look around at it, okay? Just so you know, you have absolute control here. You have absolute power. What is that from? E.T. Sorry. Okay, so here, this gives you an idea of what to do before the meeting starts. So tells you, welcome, our meeting starts at the top of the hour. So if you came in a little early, it's 15 minutes before, this is what you should be doing. So go over to your user list, right? This is your opportunity to meet other attendees via private chat or public chat, okay? We also have that shared notes open, and I will always have a message that says, please drop your business information here. So you can add whatever you want to that notes screen so people can download it. So even if you're not presenting, because there's 3 to 5 presenters per meeting, depending on who's running the meeting, we have some flexibility, but 3 to 5 speakers per meeting. So if you're not presenting, but you have something to share, shared notes will get you a public presentation basically via typing and links, okay? So just know that's your space. When you're not presenting, that's your space. And when you are presenting, you may want to drop things as you're presenting in that shared notes to reinforce or so that they can visit websites or whatever, unless you create something they can download. You may want to give away a free downloadable. That you can do that too. You could just make your PDF, the last thing you share, pop it up and say, this is my free downloadable from today, and make it downloadable. And I'll show you what that looks like on the ones that we made downloadable. Okay, so here's some suggestions. So all participants will be muted unless the host opens your microphone. So we're typing at this point. Use this time to book your coffee dates with other users after the meeting today and before the next meeting. Share something about yourself or your business, find out about others in the room. So your private messaging at this point, okay? If you are presenting today, have your slide ready for sharing and message the host via private message once you're in the room. Say, hey, I'm in the room, and then the host will tell you what order you're presenting so you can be ready. If you should drop out of the meeting, just log back in, no problem. You will still have access to the shared notes, all of that. So if you drop out, come back in. If you forget to turn on your microphone and you're presenting or you're going to want to talk at some point, just go out, come back in, turn on the microphone, you're fine. If you have issues during the meeting, private message the host, because we have some controls that we can help you on this side, or we can help you via other means. I'll always have my phone open so that I can see messages from people as well through either Messenger or texting or however we are connected, okay? All right, awesome. The other reason that we opened the app is because these are great, and you can do your coffee dates and you can meet people and you can share information while you are in this environment. But as soon as we shut down this environment, and all I did to get back to the main view is I clicked those double arrows again at the bottom right there. So this only is open whenever a meeting room is open. So these meetings are bi-weekly, so every other week. So like either the first and third week or the second and fourth week, and at the same time every week. But it's only open for an hour for the meeting and 15 minutes before, okay? Maybe 15 minutes after that. So you get maximum an hour and a half to meet whoever comes in the room, which it can go up to 50 people per room. And but that's your only opportunity to connect with them. So we created the app so that between meetings, you have access to each other 24/7. So if you take note, if you make a list of who was in the meeting, then you can follow up with those attendees through the week in case there was something that they mentioned during the meeting that you wanted to meet with them about, or maybe you presented and you want to follow up with all of the attendees of the meeting and ask if they have any questions, coffee with them separately. That gives you another tool to be able to do that without waiting 2 weeks and coming into the meeting to ask the same people that question, right? So that is the welcome piece of this. Now I am going to, okay, I just hit my escape button. That's how I get back to my original view. I'm going to go back down to my plus, upload presentation again. And now I'm going to pick my demo sheet. So I move my check mark to the bottom there and hit confirm, and it's going to switch my slide. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to make this. Okay, do you see this arrow here? That if you see an arrow with an underline, this means that the presenter is giving you the option to download this document, which is very helpful, especially if there are links in the document. So if I'm presenting and I want to share some links with you or ways for you to connect with my business, or this is maybe a flyer for an event that we're doing, or there's a discount code you can get because I'm presenting today that you need to download this document, this is another way. You also can type it out and put it in shared notes. That works too, but this is another option, okay? So you can literally download this whole document. Okay, so I'm going to expand this. Again, just hit my 4 arrows going out to the corners to make it bigger. We did a demonstration about making a one sheet. So this would be considered a one sheet. There's 3 sections, and then any information you want to share is at the bottom. Okay, links to go to your website, whatever that is. You'll always have up here your title, or if you're talking about a certain topic or your company, this goes up here. If you have a logo, you can put it there. Your name, of course. So when it's your turn, the host will hand you the controls and will verbally say to the group, okay, awesome. Well, Angela's about to present to us today. So I'm going to hand the controls over to Angela and I'm going to start the timer. Angela, you have X number of minutes, depending on how many people are presenting, okay? Or if they're the guest speaker, if their guest speakers might have more time, right? So they hand you the controls and then you pull up your presentation just like I did, and then you start. So this, do you see my cursor moving around? And I have a dot here. When you have control of the meeting, there are these functions to the right that you can actually change your pointer. You can draw on this. You can change the color. Okay. So you could even you could upload like a blank sheet, and if you're having a collaboration meeting, you could even allow multiple users to color, and they could determine their own color on the screen, and their name will hover over their dot. So you know who's writing, okay? So there's that feature, which is pretty cool. You can type with text, you can draw, you can do all kinds of cool stuff. So these are pretty fun. Gives you lots of options. It's fun for collaborating. So, okay. So my first point here, my first topic, so I have a picture, which gives people, draws their focus, right? So as a host as one of the groups, we would first explain the platform, right? So if I was talking about the PIP platform we're actually on. So this is actually using a product of Sweets, which we are affiliated with as 100 Coffees. So this product of Sweets right now is a startup or a relaunch of a company. They're upgrading their products to the new, not the new upgraded is it HTML5, I don't know. I'm not a techie person, but it's not using Flashware anymore. So it's upgraded to the next version. So this is the suite of products. Webinar Blaze is what we use to meet. You do not need to own Webinar Blaze to attend a meeting, but if you're running a group on the platform, all of the meeting groups are run on Webinar Blaze. So you would need to get it to run a group, but not to attend a group. It's absolutely free to come in and attend any meeting that you would like, okay? You don't need to get that product to be able to do that. So the other thing they offer is Quickie Chat, which is a instant messenger from your website. Audio visual email, so you can actually send and receive video emails to people. And again, you can even attach that to your website. And Vapsi is a software that allows people to upload testimonials to on their device through an app to you. So a lot of us do events and things and teachings and seminars, and so it's nice to get testimonials while people are excited and there in the meeting with you. And you can literally have them download this app and upload a quick little video or recording, and they upload it into your back office. So whenever you need to use or share testimonials, you have that there. So that's what that is, okay? And that's what runs the platform. Again, this only matters if you are going to host a group, okay? There is, this is an income producing revenue stream. If you should choose to do this, please let us know. We can hook you up. It is not required to attend a meeting. Just sharing that with you for those of you who are looking at this to host. Okay, so down here, this is the business network, okay? So the products are used on the network, okay? So this is the business network is where we will have our meetings. So we have business to business networking biweekly. It's global. You can meet with people around the world. Again, different kinds of meetings depending who's running the meeting. And if you want to run your own meeting, it can be for 100 coffees or for something different, but you control the environment. You open the space, you open the room, you run the meeting, okay? And there's a free business posting on the directory. We talked about that in the tour video of the platform. And if you were actually in this meeting room, when you leave, you're sent to that platform. So you can go in there, and if you hit apply to join, it's free. You can put your business information up there, and it's a Google searchable business posting. It's like an online Chamber of Commerce, global, okay? There's a bulletin board. You can post any promotions or events you've got going on in your business, and you can attend 1 to 5 groups per month. There's membership levels depending how many groups you want to own a seat in. You can visit groups. It doesn't cost to visit groups, but once you decide that, oh, you know what, I think I want to be in this group and actually be a member of this group, then seats are limited. So you have to actually get a membership to that group. So you can have 1 to 5 groups that you belong to, and the membership levels depend on how many you want to attend. Then there is a possibility here for extra revenue. I share this with you because some of us are talking a lot about affiliating with people and bringing in passive income. Some people are here because they need a business. They're looking for a business to start. So sharing this with you only for that reason. So with this, these two opportunities are separate but connected. So there is income here with, if you use these products and you can send people your affiliate link, there's income to be made there from others who would like to use the products. And then in this here, if you would like to run and operate groups, individuals who come in as memberships, there's income there for you as well. Only as people who run groups though. So if you're interested in either of those, reach out to the leadership team. So not only are we looking at how to connect all of you guys, we also stumbled into something that could bring in extra income for you. So if that interests you, let us know. If not, no big deal. So that's what this revenue stream is about, okay? If you're interested in running groups, whether it's for 100 coffees or just want to know what it is about, this here is a free course you can take online. And when you're done, you go through and meet with Paul, the founder, who we did an interview with him on day 15. And he will just walk you through, make sure that you can demonstrate how to run a meeting, where to find everything, and then you receive a certificate that you actually are certified in running network meetings. Okay, that is something that I don't know if you're building your resume or need that skill. You can check that out. It's a free course. Okay. You are not obligated, if you go through that, you're not obligated to actually do anything with it other than get yourself certified. It's absolutely free. Okay. And then here, this is the link to the products up here, the product suite. If you want to check those out, there's videos that you can watch that describes each of these products. And Rodney runs this, the PIP company. So you have Rodney here, Paul here. They are partners, but two separate companies working together. So Rodney is one of those that he thinks in software programs. So this is just the beginning of these products. He literally, if you ask him, you know, hey, do you have something that will do this for my clients? He's like, oh, let me think about that. And within 2 days, he's got something up to beta test. So he just thinks in product software. It's pretty amazing. So that alone, if you ever want to meet Rodney, we can connect you with Rodney as well. He may be able to help you with your business. So we're going to click down here to the next slide. This is a typical meeting format. Okay, so once we are having our meetings, so 15 minutes prior to the start is open networking. Okay, the first 5 minutes is just going to be a real quick demo, make sure people who are new know where to find everything, and then we're going to introduce our first speaker. We hand over the controls, the first speaker speaks, then we hand the control back, second speaker, third speaker, fourth speaker, fifth speaker, Q&A. So anyone have any questions for the speaker? If we have a guest speaker or a topic, we might do breakout sessions. We might have a short training on something, have a guest speaker, whatever that looks like. And then Q&A from that section. And then we'll open it up. We'll let you know what the next meeting is, and then we'll open it up for more networking after the meeting. So total time you're looking at is anywhere from probably an hour to an hour and a half, I would say. Okay. You can join from your phone, your computer. You can be on video, not be on video. You can have your microphone on or off. Does not matter. It's whatever you're comfortable with, whatever works for you. So outside of the meetings, if you choose to run a meeting, these are some admin functions that would go with running a meeting. Okay, so we assist new users with the room functions and prepare them for presentations. So help them create the one sheet, help them find it, find everything, maybe do a practice run with them, get their room set up. Excuse me. You know, let them in the room and practice in our room as the host. Because they may not own this software. Remember, they're just attending your meetings. They might not own the software. They don't know how to do a presentation in it. They just know how to attend a meeting, click a link and join. So we have to kind of help them run the controls. Coordinate speaker rotation. So let people know like, hey, are you up for presenting next week, or putting them on the calendar. Managing your member list, keeping track of who's active, who's an active paid member, who's a guest, who's checking it out, and how can we help them, follow up with any guests after, and then inviting new members to your group. So growing your group, maximum of 50 per group, okay? So that's just a little admin time, so something to consider. I always like to let people know what's all involved in whatever it is we're doing, so that you don't come in and go, oh, well, I didn't know I had to do all that, right? So just so you're aware. And you will have to own the products to be able to run the meetings. That is one of the requirements because it is run with the Webinar Blaze. Okay, so you can't say, I want to control a meeting, but I want to do it on Zoom. The platform doesn't run that way. It doesn't work that way. You have to use the Webinar Blaze for that. So that is a quick little overview of what to expect in a meeting. I'm going to see if we have any questions here in the live, in the group. Anyone have questions? Okay, I'm going to actually hit escape again so I can get my, there we go. Okay, so I'm still the only one over here. Okay, making sure no one came in and I didn't see a message. So I'm gonna open this up again. And I'm going to show you what our coffee presentation looks like. So as 100 coffees, when I present, and so this is what your presentation sheet will look like, your one sheet. So we have 100 coffees at top, my name, tells about our community, business networking, and then our app. Okay, so this is our group, the business networking, and the app. These are the 3 places to connect with us currently. And then down here, I have our links. So this is our business page and the app. And then my information for email. So really simple to set one of these up. Just put some little pictures here, right? A little blurb about each topic. Pick like 3 things to talk about. Things you can talk about in 3 minutes or less. And then if you want it to be able to be downloaded, you would just choose that it's downloadable when you upload your presentation, and then you'll get this little icon here. Okay, so that's as easy as it can be to present in one of these meetings. So those of you who have created your one sheet, if you want to practice presenting, we're doing that this week. So reach out to me or one of the other leaders, Deborah or Sandy or Heather, and we can get you on the schedule and figure out what meeting you want to attend and what meeting you want to present at. And we can absolutely do that for you. And the other thing is if you would rather, say your company has a, say your company does videos, has this awesome 3-minute video that you would rather show than a one page. Remember, you can upload a video as well. So I'm going to see if we can do this without breaking a system. You have to do it from YouTube. It has to be a YouTube URL. So think that ahead of time, upload it to YouTube first or pull it off of YouTube. So say you have a company video that demos a really cool product or something that you want to share. You can absolutely do that in your presentation. So let's see. So we're literally stretching my laptop here. We have live streaming, 2 platforms, and YouTube. So let's make sure, let's hope we don't blow something up accidentally. Okay. So, oh, how cute. Okay, let's watch this. This looks really cute. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this, copy. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to my plus. I'm gonna share YouTube video. I need the URL. And then we're gonna share the video. Oh my gosh, this looks so cute, but we are running out of time, so I can't watch the whole thing. I'm gonna go watch this later. But, so that gives you an idea of how you can make it big screen. So you can fill out the screen. So you have lots of controls here. Awesome. All right. And then when we end the meeting, I'm going to show you this real quick because we actually have an actual meeting starting in a few minutes I have to get ready for. All right. So when we log out, it sends us to that exit URL. Okay, so remember, if you control the group, you control the URL. So right now I have it set to this. This is the business network that we're using, PIP Business Network. This will help you find your groups. Apply to join is free. Here's your levels of membership. So it's free to come in and apply, get your directory position so that people can find your business. And then this just gives you membership options. If you decide that you come in and you want to join an actual group and be one of the 50 seats in that group, then you would need to upgrade your level of membership. Okay. So that's what that's all about. And today we are demoing that today, tomorrow, and Thursday at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m. Pacific. If you want to come check it out, if you have questions, if you want to practice presenting, reach out to the leadership and let us know. And otherwise, we will see you over your next coffee. Have an awesome day, ladies. Bye.